Hi, this is Jerry, and today we're looking into natural pain relief for after surgery. And today I have the honor of having my son with me, who's a national rank paramedic and is studying for
Flight medic.
Okay. I asked him the other day if they could use ultralight aircraft, and he didn't seem to think so. So I guess there's limitations to that.
You
but
want to be able to bring oxygen.
I think running around the helicopter is kind of cool, though. Anyway, we're looking at a situation that a lot of people endure. That's pain. I've certainly had that. I had both knees and one shoulder worked on because of tendon problems and just wear and tear after almost 70 years. And it's sometimes you have to do some repair work.
So surgery you had, like for your shoulder?
I did, and also surgery for both knees.
You did?
Rotator cuff surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And there you end up with a lot of pain, and what do? I didn't want to take a lot of medication, so I had a device that was a little ice chest with ice in it and had a water pump in it, and there was a little thing I could wear that would circulate cold water through around my shoulder. And that worked really, really well.
For pain relief?
Absolutely. I could actually sleep that way.
Oh, was it considered recuperative also? So it helped in your recovery time?
Supposedly, yes, because they told me it would reduce swelling, inflammation, and inflammation slows you down in recovery time. Of course, I was also cheating a little bit because I knew that inflammation was a big deal. So I was taking very heavy doses of resveratrol, which is a natural material which can reduce inflammation. And I was applying topically some inflammation control materials that I had developed here in my naturopathic laboratory. So I was not following standard medical practices that the medical doctors who did the surgery were even aware of. And I recovered probably twice as fast as somebody who just went home and took all the Oxycontin and all the other stuff. And I never took any of the addictive materials or any narcotics for the pain, although sometimes the pain was fairly great, but I was able to control it quite well. And I used a material that for topically, I used a mixture of St. John's wort, kava, arnica flowers, and valerian root, and I mixed this material together and would apply this paste to my shoulder, and it would deaden the pain, and that worked quite well. So I didn't have to go and get a lot of the problems with pain relievers that people seem to have now. So anyway, we're looking at the natural pain relief after surgery, and we are covering a number of things, but I did something else that I read about, because the brain produces pleasure endorphins for laughter. And so I looked at a lot of Laurel and Hardy. I looked at a lot of
you went old school.
Crazy. Yes, I did. I went old school, and I laughed till I couldn't.
Stooges?
I laughed till it hurt, and then I didn't hurt because I had my mind on something that was a lot of fun, and it was just I don't know. It just was something, and I read a lot of comic strips, and it just seemed to if I had a lot of humor in my soul, I just did so much better. And I would not talk to a couple of my friends during that period of time because the weather was always bad in their little world, and a number of other problems were always there.
Negative Nancy's.
I didn't want that. I wanted to recover quickly, and I wanted to recover well, which I did. And they're still my friends, but it's a situation where I did not want to be around anything that would bring me down mentally, because I knew that my mind could also control some of the pain.
That seems like a generally good approach, and I mean, just
it worked
across the board.
So I recommend it to my clients, patients here, and the people that visit our clinic. Definitely is something to think about. Pain is controllable by the brain, and that's really how pain relievers work. They go in, they trigger certain responses in the brain, which you're perfectly capable of triggering yourself. It's just that it takes a long time to learn some of those responses and how to slow down pain.
So pain relief after surgery. Before this, we were talking about notes and different things we could talk about, and surgery as it just name one. That's really, really broad. So for this topic, I like that we're approaching the broad spectrum, because if you just name a surgery and it's going to be difficult for that particular reason, because of its local area or its general effect. And then rehab, you've got all kinds of things to recover from, because your body after a surgery is not only recovering from the local injury, but your well-being has been compromised, and your brain doesn't know the difference between being mauled by a beast and being worked on by a surgeon. Your local area and your sympathetic nervous system has a lot to deal with. And so getting back, we call it the fight or flight system, sympathetic nervous system. And so when you're trying to get back to an easy going general maintenance, and you're trying to feed yourself, and you've got surgery pain, and that's increasing memories or drawbacks that cause a negative effect. Yes. Try and get back to that feed and breed style parasympathetic nervous system. Try meditation. Try
that works too.
Yoga, if you can bear it after the surgery pain. If you can find a deep breathing exercise that can increase your circulatory capability, because that can contribute to your recuperative time in general. Maintenance that's probably what we're getting at mostly here. And then proper food choices that decrease inflammation or don't contribute to inflammation, simply just give you the nutrients you need. Doing your probiotics,
and I've avoided nightshades too, because nightshades, tomatoes and eggplants and a number of other products like that it tastes wonderful, but they contribute to inflammation.
And that's anything that's made of those, like ketchups and
that's right,
salsas,
any of that,
pico de gallo and all that stuff, tasty stuff. But
I'm addicted to the Southwestern lifestyle. Salsa and chips and everything. I avoided all of that.
The Southwestern lifestyle also does have a big group of people who suffer from inflammatory issues.
That's true, and that's really why. Well, we're going to leave it with that right now. I hope that is something that really gives you a little bit of insight into it. Remember, little ice packs don't hurt either. And just never leave them on more than 10 minutes. And
hot cold treatment, change that out. Warm pack, cold pack.
That's right. And the reason for that is that if you get going too far down one road, you get too cold for too long, there's negative effects to that. So kind of mix it up a little bit and come back with a nice warm, moist hot pack for a little bit. Back and forth, and the body's kind of go, what do I do? What do I do? Well, in that case, maybe start to reduce inflammation. It certainly will reduce pain. So until next time, this is Jerry.
I'm Gerald.
And we are very excited to bring this information to you. All of these materials that we're bringing to you on a daily basis are things that you have asked about, and we're really having a lot of fun putting it all together. So give us a like if you enjoy it. Look forward to seeing some of the subscribers, and that's a lot of fun. If you want to look for the little link that we post on the top of the video sometimes, there's more information to be had. So until next time, be well.